There's a version of discipline that looks fantastic on camera. Early alarms, perfect routines and no disruption. And then there's the version that actually lasts. And this is what it looks like now. I'm not trying to be balanced, I'm trying to be consistent in a world that changes every single week. They're the standards I'm holding for myself right now. Two. Last one. Yeah, it's not that type of day today. So the gym's busy today. A lot of the kit that I want is being used, so being forced to change things around a little bit. 10 years ago this would have really pushed me over the edge, but now I just adapt. Stay there a minute. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Just testing the audio on this camera. See if it works. Let me know. So I'm trying out a new mount. This could be interesting. You could fall off, who knows. You don't seem very sturdy, to be honest. Anyway, just left the gym. Wasn't my greatest achievement, not gonna lie. Yeah, you're gonna fall off there, 100%. So you're probably gonna see me jabbing you. Anyway, just left the gym, and it wasn't my greatest achievement. Gym was busy, equipment was being used, had to adapt the workout quite a lot. Like I said, I think I said in one of the clips, it really would have wound me up a few years ago. I would have liked to do it in different order, but I adapted, I got through it. And then I've been in the gym, haven't I? I've done what I needed to do today, which is the main thing, isn't it? So I'm happy with that. So yeah, I'm gonna head home now. Do my client check-ins as planned for every Monday, and then that's pretty much it. So I'm back from the gym, caffeined up. Time to get these check-ins boxed off. So the plan is get these client check-ins boxed off and then spend some time with Archie because I've not seen him all day. When it comes to my nutrition, simple beats exciting. Meals need to be repeatable. Consistency isn't built on motivation. It's built on decisions you don't negotiate yourself with. That's why I'm eating this Caesar salad at my desk while I'm working on my clients. Nice, Daddy. People like you. We need another shoulder exercise, Archie. Press. We need probably converging Shoulder press. Smith machine press. Yes. I don't coach people out of theory. I coach from the middle of it. Same constraints, same fatigue, same distractions. If I can make progress here without perfect conditions, then there's no excuse for that I'll start when things calm down mindset. Archie was pretty unsettled through the night, so I got to the point where I was past wanting to go to sleep. So I come downstairs, put YouTube on, made a coffee, and enjoyed the sunrise. Not a bad start to the day, considering. We go through phases where Archie doesn't sleep very well of an evening, but then likes to sleep during the day. So it's just about getting our heads around that and trying to fit it into our day. We've got to remember that it's his first time here, and it's our first time as parents. So we're just making the best of what we can at the moment, and that's the standard. So last night Archie didn't sleep very well. He had an upset tummy. We're in the process of like changing milk and all that type of stuff. We think he's got some sort of lactose intolerance. We've been going to doctors. He's on his third batch of milk. Now this one is now lactose free. So hopefully he settles on it. That would be nice. But long story short, he didn't settle last night. He was struggling to go to the loo. We managed to get that done. He went to the loo, but then after that he didn't settle. He fed all right, but he didn't settle. He didn't go back to sleep until probably about midday today. We're now at 1:30. So he's been up all night, effectively just tossing and turning and not being settled and keeping me and his mum up. That was tricky. It's tricky not to get frustrated. Knowing full well that you're going into a night where you're not going to be able to sleep. It is frustrating, but I've just got to remember, like, yeah, this is my first time being a dad. Yeah, it's Kaylee's first time being a mum, but it's also Archie's first time of being a son, being alive, you know, so he doesn't know what's going on, he doesn't know how to control his bowels. He's 8 weeks old, like 8 weeks yesterday, so yeah, it's just a learning curve, isn't it? For all of us, all three of us settling in as a family, it's just a learning curve, and this is the thing, one of the main things that I wanted to get better at is being a dad. I think that it's important for me to try and understand the process and not just wing it. You know, I want to be there for him. I want to do what I can do to make sure he develops in a way he should develop on track. I'm trying not to get too frustrated if it's not going to plan, because you know it very rarely goes to plan, does it? You know, having kids and all that. So, from what I'm told from other parents. So yeah, that's what's going on. But I ended up coming to work this morning on no sleep. Did my clients this morning. I actually feel quite energized after being to work, which is ironic. So we're going to head home now and try and relieve Kaylee, let her have a nap, have some lunch, let her have a nap if she wants one. And then, you know, I'll take Archie and we'll just chill for a bit. I do have some client inquiries that I need to get back to today for in-person personal training in the gym, so that's interesting. Make sure they're a good fit for the team. Like you say, we do have quite high standards in joining my team, just because we've got a really strong community of people. I have brought in people in the past that have affected the bunch. When you bring in a bad apple, sometimes it affects the bunch, and it didn't work out very well. So I just want to make sure I'm bringing the right people in for the team, making sure they're a good fit, not just for me but for them as well. they'll generate the best results, they'll fit into the team, and they'll leave the team with new permanent friends. You know, that's what it's all about, isn't it? Building communities, getting results.